10th and
You guys
11th,
remember this
I
case?
was one of 4 girls that was involved in the death of Shanda Share.
I know I do.
No, Melinda. I'd only met her once before. That night she was agitated and she didn't want Shanda around Amanda, and that's what the whole thing was about. She was going to beat her up. It was going to be Melinda teaching Shanda a lesson to leave Amanda alone. That night I was the one that was driving us to Shanda's house. Tony and I went up to Shanda's door to ask her if she wanted to come with us. When Melinda came out of the back seat is when she had the knife with her, and she started threatening Shanda. We drove to the witch's castle.
Trigger warning.
We all went up into the little rock shelter. Melinda was more taunting her, and I was being a bully too. I was laughing at her, making remarks about the situation. I bet you're gonna leave Amanda alone now. Laurie wanted to leave because there were cars driving by. We drove right past where Laurie lives to a wooded area, and that's where Melinda and Shanda fought. Laurie was goading Melinda on and encouraging her anger. Laurie just wanted to see a fight. I mean, it just was out of control. Melinda was going after Shanda with the knife, and I didn't see her cut Shanda with it or stab at her or anything like that, but she was holding it up to her, threatening her with it. Melinda or Laurie yelled at me to get out and open the trunk. When I got out of the car, Shanda was unconscious. That's pretty much when I started to freak out. I thought Melinda and Laurie had definitely crossed the line, that there was no coming back. I drove us to Laurie's house. Tony and I got out, and Melinda and Laurie left. They didn't tell us what they were going to do, so we just went in Laurie's room. And then her dad came in at one point and asked where his daughter was, and we said that she was with Melinda. I never told him that Shanda was with them. I didn't say anything about her being with us at all. I was scared to say anything because I didn't know what was happening. I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to stop it, and I know that it's selfish, and I know that it's wrong, but I didn't want to make them angry with us. I just didn't know. I don't know exactly what time it was when they left, but it was daytime when they came back, so it was hours. We just laid there and went to sleep. When Melinda and Laurie came back to the house, they told us that they had killed Shanda. When Shanda was in the trunk, she had on her body, her hair. I mean, she was tortured. She was beaten badly. We kind of figured that she was dead. It just was decided that we were gonna burn her body to get rid of it. We drove to the gas station. We purchased a 2-liter of Coke. The Coke was poured out and gasoline was put in the 2-liter. We drove out into the country. We all thought that it was nowhere. We were stupid. We didn't think there would be anything there for anybody to find. We were dumb. It's not like we knew what we were doing. Laurie opened the trunk and Shanda was in there.
You got it done though, didn't you? You still got it done. She still lost her life.
Tony was like, I'm not getting back out of the car. And I said I didn't want to help her. I was like, I'm not going to help you. And Laurie yelled at me to get the 2-liter out. So I grabbed the 2-liter and I went to hand it to her. And she was like, no, just pour it on her. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And she said, just do it. Just pour it on her. So I did.
Those are some clips from an old episode of Dr. Phil. And there was a name you kept hearing in there, right? Melinda. This is exactly why Gypsy Rose Manson does not need to be an influencer or allowed on social media. This is a comment that was left on her most recent post, and it's going around that comment was left by the Melinda from that case. Here she is egging on Gypsy to get rid of the wigs and rock her pixie cut. She says, my name is Melinda Loveless, and I was arrested when I was 16 in Indiana for murder, and I got a 60-30 and was released on parole in 2019. And trust me, people love dragging me down and bad-mouthing me, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And if I could change the past, I would, but I can't. So all I can do now is try and be a better woman and love myself. Murders unite. You guys heard me say it earlier. This is the problem. It's happening. It's spreading. Please get these convicted murderers off the internet. Now they're hyping each other up. What do you think about this, Gypsy Rose Blanchard? Why haven't you deleted that comment yet? They see Gypsy all over the internet and they think to themselves, oh, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could become an influencer. Who cares that I costed someone their life? Instead of going and living their life in private, in shame, like they should. Poor Shanda. This is what happens when you trust the wrong people.